going to go ahead and record. All right, we are now live. Thanks, folks, for coming on back to the wonderful world of the Gatewalker saga. We're now in episode 7 of our recorded series. So anybody who misses can come back in and watch. We do have people who are viewing us, including just recently we had Dylan Fickle. He is watching us nowadays. I don't know if he will be on live today, but he may be coming in to go watch us, as well as the novice DM and a couple of other folks who have been starting to watch us, and they're taking an interest in our adventure and are rooting for us to be successful and to be the heroes and win the day. But Dylan, by the way, Ninako, is from your old neck of the woods. He is also from the great state of Indiana, and but he's up near Ball State, one of those other universities.
Goziers.
Yes. All right, folks. So before we get started in the game today, want to make sure, is everybody clear on where we are, where we left off? Do you have any questions about? Wow. Hey, Steve.
Yes.
Can you click press to talk? Because when I'm talking,
or maybe he could maybe turn on like noise suppression, which is a feature that Discord offers.
Yeah, that might be a good one, because I'm hearing every time I'm talking, I'm hearing what sounds like I sound like a Cylon warrior, just a couple of seconds behind what I'm saying. So to quickly recap where we, that's perfect. There we go. To quickly recap where we left off last time, you folks were in the wonderful world of Axeholm. You had a couple of run-ins now with the Banshee that is haunting the manor, in which there have been a number of things that you've learned. They can scare the pants off of you, in some cases quite literally, and to have one of them scream in your presence can be, well, detrimental to your health, as you guys were able to find out when whomever she is screamed, and you almost lost one of your clerics. But after that, you all proceeded to go into another room, whereas upon doing a little bit of an investigation, you were surprised to find that there were a few nasties hiding in the window, well, that's interesting. It doesn't want to come back. Come back over here. Stay there. I didn't ask you to move. You found some nasties hiding in the window, in the fireplace, which came down and bit a few of you. These wonderful little vampire bat by way of mosquito creatures called sturges. You were able to quickly dispatch them easily, but you also found that there was a doorway at the back of that fireplace, leading into a small room on the inside, and that's where we left off yesterday, when you, with respect to what you've been able to find thus far. So before we go any further, any questions? Anybody want anything recovered, recapped, clarified before we proceed?
I remember at the end of last session where I wasn't there, you said that maybe there was a few things you messed up on. So I was making a list even before you said that.
Okay.
So frightened only applies to attack rolls and I think ability checks, possibly, but it doesn't apply to saving throws. So you don't have disadvantage on those while you're frightened.
Okay.
Damien using that fireball could have been bad for the party if you ruled it the quote-unquote correct way, where it's a 20-foot radius.
That's correct. And it was...
I think it would have hit Druger, Angelina, and Damien.
I thought I measured it before you threw it.
He was in front of us, though.
Yeah. Well, he was but
he could have thrown it, so it only hit the Banshee. So.
Yeah, that's what he was targeting behind He targeted 20
Oh,
feet
okay.
away. She was in the blast radius, and but you guys weren't supposed to be. I thought maybe the special effect didn't show properly, but that's the way that he had targeted it. The area effect would have been
Okay, I
only,
didn't realize that.
you
Yeah.
know. But yeah, the
That's pretty much it.
firing those inside of an enclosed space is hazardous to everybody's health, and it's a running joke in Dungeons and Dragons. It's like, if the room is 10 foot by 10 foot, I throw a fireball. What?
Okay,
But
well, I know that Damien's not here, but maybe he should stop trying to do the fireball thing.
it's okay. I like it. It's always entertaining. Mind you, it could be very unhealthy for the rest of the party. So, but yes. So if there's no other questions, then what I'm going to do is bring you folks into the current place where we find ourselves where you were in that room. All right, everyone good with that?
Woohoo!
All right, here we go. Going back down into the depths and the dungeons of Axeholm. So this is where everyone finds themselves now. You guys are down deep inside the recesses. Let me kind of turn the volume down a little bit so we don't too loud. How's that? Hopefully this is a good volume. We want a little ambiance, but we don't want it to be overpowering. It should be a spice. It shouldn't be overwhelming. So, zooming in really quickly here. So, the door that just opened was just over here in the corner of the room, and as that happened, as you can peer into the room, you can see that there is an object in the back of this room. The room itself is full of what looks like pieces of rotten cloth that have been sadly and unfortunately decayed over the centuries of sitting here with no one to care for it. But there seems to be a large object, heavy, potentially metallic, sitting in the back corner of this room. How would you like to do this?
We're still at the point where we're looking for the ring that Steve's divine sense.
That is correct. That is correct. You do have a ring. It is a signet ring.
But it's not the ring.
It is not the ring. Steve was able to clearly discern that by looking at the ring. It carries the sigil mark of Axeholm, the mailed fist holding on to an axe. But it is unfortunately not the one that he saw in his ring. What he saw in his vision was more of a wedding ring.
Right.
So just for refreshing sake, where are we in relation to the direction that he sensed it?
You're kind of in the general area of where he sensed that object when he detected it.
Okay.
Right, we rolled dice to pick which door to go through.
Yes, you guys randomly chose to go through this door, and you were that's when you had the fun and games with the characters that you ran into in this room.
Right.
Is it have we gone through this door yet?
Yes, that was the privy.
Yeah, that was the bathroom.
Correct.
Right, okay. So are we at the point now where we turn back to that original room we were in and try the other doors?
Well, there's still the door that's by the fireplace. So, this is just my opinion, but maybe should the thief check it out?
Well, yes, there's this one here, which is the one
Yeah.
you guys just discovered, and it was a secret panel in the back of the fireplace.
Yeah.
As you guys were investigating it, it popped open, and that's where you found this room. There's also the doorway back over in this direction where you guys were. You ran into all of the ghouls that were hanging out. But you guys have locked that door. You've actually pinned that one so that people can't get back out through that door. There was a stairwell back here in the hallway that you folks had identified. And then, of course, there's the stairwell that you guys came up from. And one other door over here that you also did not open.
Well, that before we turn around and try the other doors, I feel like we should check out this hidden panel first. I don't know what you guys think.
No, we already looked at the hidden panel, right?
Well, you've opened the hidden panel, and you see that there is an object at the back of that room, and what looks like a lot of, unfortunately, rotted, mildewed, and moth-eaten cloth all over, bolts of linen and silks on the ground.
I vote for the
Should
rogue
check
to go
it.
check it out.
Yeah, I agree.
Once again, job opportunity for the rogue.
I wish I could see it.
You should be able to. Let me move you ever so slightly
No,
because
it's not loading fully.
Oh no.
Try refreshing your screen. F5. See if you can see it. This happens every game, it seems.
I mean, I can kind of like picture it from memory, but
Well, let me then describe it. We'll do it old school. The south, if you recall, the fireplace was in the middle of the south wall. It was one of those very tall, freestanding type of ones, and that's where you found the false panel that led to about a 10 by 10 room that seemed to be used for storage. And in the kind of southwest corner of that small room, there appears to be a large box of some sort.
okay.
Let's go with something.
I'll just use this stream for reference. Box?
There,
Yes.
check it out.
Can you roll for me? Or I'd like to check if it's trapped first as well. Hello?
Okay, go ahead. Give me a perception roll, please.
No, she's asking you to roll for it because she can't see.
Oh,
the screen.
of course. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm going to go and quickly give you a roll here.
She said hello.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
Sorry, nobody responded, and I thought I disconnected from the call somehow.
Yeah. No, it's all right. That was my fault. So you were able to roll. You rolled a 10. And I'll move you into the room. As you were examining it, to the best of your knowledge, it doesn't not appear to be trapped in any way. It is a large metal strongbox. You've seen these before. They're pretty common where people of wealth would go and keep their possessions in something of this type. This particular one seems to be actually bolted to the ground. It is heavy pieces of wood that make up the paneling with large iron straps and clawed feet actually built into the floor. So you notice that it has no lock, apparently. It has a small depression on the lid, and the depression seems to be a very small circle, which looks remarkably like the reverse imprint of the sigil of Axeholm, the glove holding on to the axe. There doesn't appear to be any other mechanism to try and open it up. No locks, no levers, no padlocking or anything of that kind. You could probably try and bust it open if you didn't want to try and figure out how to open it, or if you wanted to try and dig it out of the floor, you probably could. It would take you some time, but you're pretty sure that if you guys really had to, you could probably take out the masonry tools of Druger, and you guys could probably make your way through the stone feet on this thing after a certain amount of time.
Sorry, what was the impression you said?
It looks like a reverse of like an how do I put this? Like someone had pressed a seal into clay or into wax. A similar kind of mark that you would see from someone pressing something into something of that nature, something soft. It would leave an impression, a dent. A reverse impression inside of that material. That's what this lock looks like.
Cauldron, do you know what that impression looks like? Do you recognize it?
Isn't it of the Axeholm?
That's correct. You recognize it as the Axeholm signatory, and it's roughly about as big around as about half of the diameter of a copper coin, roughly about as wide around as, say, the width of your middle finger.
Well, Cauldron, it's your call.
If anything, we could probably come back for this later.
Okay.
And not have to worry about lugging it around with us. If we were going to,
Can we not open it here?
I could try. Can I?
You can indeed. If you would like to try and pick it, it will be very difficult to do because, as I said before, you don't really see you don't really see a locking mechanism. But taking out your tools, your thieves kit, let's go ahead and see whether or not you can be successful.
Oh, and it loaded for me.
Okay, cool. All right, so give me a roll. This is a DC 20, so please give me a roll, and let's try and see if you're able to go and bring that up.
Does it look like we could use the signet ring
No.
anywhere on the box?
Well, you could always go and put the signet ring up next to it and see if it's rough and see how it compares.
Sure, let's do that.
Okay, I'll bring it up.
All right, so our good friend Ruger comes up next to you and he hands you the signet ring. You take a look at it and you realize that it is an outprint. It is not a relief. It is a relief, and it does appear to be roughly the same circumference as the impression on the front. All right. So you go and
then I'll use that.
All right, you place the ring into it. You fiddle for a little while, and you notice as you start to press with the ring, you hear a slight click, and you notice that it can seem to turn a little bit. As you fiddle a little bit longer and you turn to the right, you notice that, lo and behold, you now, in fact, hear a large crack. The lid vibrates ever so slightly, and you can now see that the lid has become open, and all you need to do is lift it.
Woo.
As you lift it open, you notice that there's some pretty cool stuff inside of this. There's a lot of papers, unfortunately, and the papers have not exactly fared too well over the years. They're clearly decayed, fallen apart. But there are two elements that are inside of it that really look incredibly interesting. One is a pair of gauntlets. The gauntlets themselves appear to be wrought of iron with bands across them, but they are very finely made, as if they were either made by a master craftsman and probably worn by someone of either great importance or of military significance. There's something, these are not your average, ordinary type of gloves. Your street rat's eye picks up on that instantly. The other item that you find in there down at the bottom, and it's wrapped very caringly in black velvet, and kind of nestled into a little wooden frame, is a very simple but very elegant brass band that's been curled around a little bit to look a bit like leaves in the trees, or leaves of ivy. It's made of brass, so the metal itself doesn't appear to be terribly valuable to you. But the way that it's been created and carefully put away suggests to you that there's something meaningful to this particular item. And your street rat's mind is immediately thinking of a dozen different places in Neverwinter you would love to go take this thing and have it immediately assessed for coin value. But yeah, very cool things there. And you're not sure, but you sense your your elemental background, your elemental heritage, your fingers are a little, not really, but kind of, you get the sense there's almost like an electricity coming off of these as you start to handle them. Would you like?
Turn to
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, would you did you want to inspect them any further? Do you have any other questions about them? Is all I was going to ask.
I was going to turn to Ruger and ask, is this like the one that you saw in your vision? Holding up the ring.
No, it's not a ring. It's a band, a headband.
Band.
Sorry.
Oh,
it's
it's a
sorry.
headband.
Yes. Sorry.
I was about to ask what you meant by band. I was thinking like rubber band, and then yeah.
So you got to keep up with the soundtrack in the DM's head. I'm sorry.
Accessories.
Precisely.
Do you think anybody should? Do you think maybe Elrin or Angelina should inspect the band, the headband?
Do any of you guys have identify as a spell by any chance that you have
Don't think
ready
I
to
do.
go?
As a spell?
Yes. Or do you have an identify scroll about you or anything like that?
Cauldron said that she has.
I don't.
Oh, sorry.
I think I have something similar. I can't remember. Hold on. Let me check.
It's not the one I wanted to play. I want something that's nice. I want some background music here. But
The
yes.
scrolls. What in my inventory? I have a scroll of something. Scroll of. No, I don't. Okay, sorry.
All right.
But I think one of us has like a good, not perception, but maybe like insight roll, I think.
Would you guys want to try using your insight to kind of get a sense of what these are?
Yeah, I think Elrin has the best.
We have the same.
We have the same insight.
I'll let you do the honors.
Okay. I'll roll insight then.
Okay. You rolled extremely well. All right. So you're not exactly you can't tell. Trying to use your insight to determine what they are. You'd get a sense of them, but you're not exactly sure what they are. But looking at them, the headband, you're fairly certain that this is some sort of headband of protection. These were frequently worn by ladies at court who are of certain importance, because obviously they can't wear anything gaudy or heavy that would take away from their appearance and the visage that they wanted to go impart, because it would detract from the whole the whole experience of meeting like a lady who was a queen or something of that nature. But they were frequently used to protect these women of this type, because they could either be worn as a very simple but yet unassuming accessory, or they could be even worn underneath something that was a little bit more ostentatious, used for like finery, like a tiara at a ball, but they could still have the benefit of some sort of protection. You don't know exactly what kind, to what extent, to what power, but you can tell that it's probably of that ilk. Now, the gloves, on the other hand, you're not exactly sure, but these are clearly used as some sort of augmentation for battle, because you kind of look at them and you start moving them around, and you can tell that no one would bother building something this articulate, and even though you're not an armorer, you can see that this has clearly been imbued with some sort of magical power, but you have no idea what it is, but it's clearly used to enhance battle in some way. To which, as you guys are looking at them, Damien starts to get a little bit curious. So he kind of walks over and takes a look at them, the gloves themselves, because when it comes to things of that nature, some of them can be cursed, and that directly falls into the line of training that he had back at the monastery. So He comes in and takes a look, and he tries his roll to see whether or not he can determine what it is. And he's pretty sure he can't tell exactly what kind of augmentation it provides, but he's fairly certain, based on the metal and the runes that are written on it, that it is not a cursed object, nor is it an evil object. Most likely, it was something worn by the Lord or the Castilian that was in charge of this facility under normal circumstances. And if that were so, Damien starts to ponder this for a moment and goes, that is a... If you're telling us that is a band of protection that would normally be worn by a courtesan lady, a lady who is of high importance, and this is a type of armored object that the Lord or the Castilian would be wearing in battle, I'm quite certain, to help him be more successful. Why are they in here? Why weren't they being worn by the people who were in charge of Axeholm when it fell? How quickly did Axeholm fall? It must have fallen very quickly, because these were undisturbed.
So, like, they didn't get a chance to put them on before it fell?
Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like. I mean, think about it. If you were the Castilian, or if you were like the Lord, when we know the Castilian was impaled downstairs on his throne, how quickly did this place fall? Because he would have had this on if he had known that there was a battle coming, assuming that it is what we think it is. And if there was a lady here, like his wife, and I haven't seen any, I didn't see a dwarven body of the lady of Axeholm. Maybe she's in another part of the facility, I don't know, but she should have been wearing this.
So they were probably ambushed.
Right. How do you ambush an underground fort?
From the inside! I don't know.
From
Like, maybe someone from the inside, like...
by digging? I don't know.
No, what I mean is, like obviously, I think what the DM's trying to say, or no, Damien's trying to say, is that, like, how do you ambush something that's underground? So it was probably someone from the inside, like, maybe started something.
Oh, like a mutiny type thing?
Yeah.
Like a traitor.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. That's where my head was going. I wasn't thinking about digging. Sorry, Elrin.
I was like, shovels.
Well, I mean, it's... Oh, hey, Damien's here, Damien's here now, so I will step back. Damien, you may now take over, sir. You are now...
Damien's like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Damien, we just found so we found gloves that are probably worn by the Lord, the guy that was impaled downstairs, and then a headband that is clearly a protection headband that was probably worn by the lady, or one of the court ladies of Axeholm. And what you figured out was, okay, they didn't get a chance to wear these, so how fast did Axeholm fall? So we're thinking it was probably an inside ambush or like an inside mutiny. Okay, I'm gonna guess that you got that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can
we
hear
can
you.
hear you.
You're a little muffled,
Okay.
but we can hear you.
Okay, hold on. Let me take this. Let me try this.
So I'm thinking that maybe these would be good to hold on to.
Okay. Cauldron, how are you doing capacity-wise on carrying? Do you want to carry these items? Do you want to give them to another
I
member
think
of the
I'm
party?
doing all right.
Okay. Do you guys want to get? Do you guys trust? Let me ask the party. Do you guys trust the rogue to be carrying these items, or do you feel that they need to be handed over to somebody else in the party?
Well, I think that if these are both like things that can aid us in fighting and stuff, I think maybe someone should be wearing them.
Well, do you want... Now, herein lies the question to the party. Do you guys want to put them on without knowing what they are?
My instinct is just like go for it, but maybe not because I almost died last week.
Yeah, you're still suffering the effects of almost being dead. We understand.
I mean, I mean,
Damien said that they weren't cursed, probably.
Yeah.
So.
Well, he said that about and because Damien wasn't here, I will let him know. What he said was based on his Arcana roll is based on the runes and the construction and the metals used. The gloves were almost certainly not cursed or evil. He has no idea about the band other than what he can infer based on what what Angelina told him. Because it's just literally a plain band of brass with some nice curls in it to look like ivy leaves.
Okay, then maybe just someone should wear the gloves and maybe we should leave the headband alone.
Yeah, until we can identify it.
Someone please send me the link to the Foundry tabletop. For some reason I cannot find it.
It's in the Discord channel.
Yeah, you know what? I should actually pin that. I'm going to pin that into Discord so everyone can find it a little easier. I think it's in general. Yes. There we go.
Kind of like, am I the only one that's kind of like, just wear the headband? No?
I almost agree with you. It would be probably wiser to get everything identified first, but it seems like
I'm just afraid of running into the Banshee again, and I'm wondering if maybe the headband would help in some way.
I would think that if we could determine that they were not cursed, it would certainly either be neutral or to your benefit.
And here are the two items, by the way. I'll see if I can put the other one in there. I don't know if I can. I can try. There we go. Those are the two items, so you can see what they look like. They're not purple. The gloves are not purple. It's just the icon. But the picture of the plain brass band on the bed of silk is quite accurate, though.
Does anybody have a remove curse spell ready?
Ready. Yeah, that's the important question.
I do have a remove curse spell, but neither Angelina nor I have it prepared.
Yeah, and I feel like unless we knew that it was cursed, then using a spell on it might be a waste of a spell anyways. Is there
Oh no, we wouldn't
that
cast it on the object. I'm saying if someone put it on and we determined it was cursed, we'd want to be able to take it off right away.
Oh, I see.
So you cast the spell on the person and take off the band.
Well, I can. I'll put on the headband in another room, maybe. So if anything happens, the party's okay.
That's not no.
Well, yeah, but then what happens if something happens to you? Then you're by yourself.
Oh, that's true. I'm like, sacrifice. No. Okay.
In that case, Ravina comes out and just tears the place up.
Yeah, I mean, that could be fun too.
Unless it curses her and Ravina can't come out.
Okay. Is there anybody? Well, can Damien do another Arcana skill check or no?
On what? What are you looking for him to do?
On the band to see if it's or evil or cursed.
No, he already rolled on both of them. He's been only able to give you what he can.
I'll share that I felt like some connection to lightning when I touched the band.
Lightning?
Like
then maybe
related.
Elrin should wear it. No?
Doesn't she have a headband on?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I'm not familiar.
Elrin doesn't normally wear a headband. She has that magnificent helmet with the big wings coming out of the side of it.
Oh.
You know.
Okay.
But that's what she normally wears.
Well,
unless one of us has a remove curse spell ready, I just don't think.
All right.
I think we should hold off. I think we can hold on to it, but And then once we get like a good night's rest and we can study up another spell, I think maybe that's when we can see what it does.
All right.
Okay. Just because, we're using up health stuff quickly and we need to be ready to fight instead of using it up on like trying on this headband.
All right. Do we want to head back into the hallway then?
Yes.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Here we go. Okay, so we're hanging on to I'll hold on to the headband because there is some
All right, hold on.
lightning properties to it.
Well, hold on. Is everybody okay with that? Is everyone okay with giving the headband to Elrin?
Dad, I think you're
I
muted.
agree with that.
All right.
DM?
Yes?
You're muted, I think. Sorry, we can hear him downstairs talking and not through Discord.
Can you guys hear me?
That's a pretty good indication.
All right. Hold on.
Nope. You're still
we
muted.
We can't hear you.
Just hear all right downstairs. Can you hear us, DM?
I can. So.
No, I can hear him. He goes, I can. From downstairs, I hear him vaguely echoing.
Yeah, I can hear everybody else, but not the DM.
Yeah. Hang on 1 second.
I had something very fun planned with, can you hear me now? Can you guys hear me? Trying one more time.
There we go.
Yeah, I had downloaded something for some fun, which clearly doesn't work when you put everything together, unfortunately. It kind of sucks, but oh well. That's fine. Is everyone okay with giving Elrin the headband?
Yep.
All right, so...
All right, cool. Cauldron is okay with that. I feel like she's the person that needs to be okay with it.
All right, here we go. Placing the unidentified object into your... oops, it's in there twice. Into your inventory. And what about the gloves? The gauntlets. These are not gloves. These are gauntlets. These are heavy. These are meant...
Thanos.
Didn't Cauldron think they had the same kind of energy associated with them? I'm wondering if they're a set somehow.
Did I?
Well, one's clearly meant for a woman. Meant for someone...
The gauntlets?
The gauntlets are not meant for female. You would imagine just based on the size. Unless, obviously, if it was a very large woman who was a warrior, absolutely. But compared to the graceful item that the headband is, one would be worn by someone trying to be elegant, and the other one's going to be worn by somebody who's going to be knee-deep in blood.
I think what the question was is, are they both elemental lightning related?
Well, you don't know if they're elemental lightning, but they definitely had
lightning in some capacity.
It was like a tingling and electricity you felt when you touched them.
I think they could both be worn by Elrin, no problem.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So giving.
We'll just stuff them with some like cotton rounds and makeup sponges, like Mom used to do to shoes that were too big. It'll be fine.
Or you could just wear a pair of gloves underneath them.
Oh, smart.
All right. So they have both been added to your. They've both been added to your inventory, and that's where they reside. You noticed when you picked up the gauntlets. They're hefty, but they're not as hefty as you would think based on... They look like they should weigh 5 times what they weigh. But they're actually not bad. They're clearly heavier than your leather ones that you're wearing presently, but you would have thought these things would have, been putting anchors on your hands, but they're quite light. You haven't put them on, obviously, unless you tell me you've done so. The headband is ridiculously light, but for brass, strangely robust. As you're trying to put it into your backpack and you're being very careful putting it back into its packaging and putting it into your backpack, you notice, oh my gosh, this thing won't bend. This thing's kind of ballsy. Steve, as Ruger goes walking out the door, goes back into the hallway, you think you can hear the sound of crying.
Coming from which direction?
Coming from somewhere down at the other end of the hallway. It's definitely coming from this direction, kind of down the hallway away from you. Exactly where you can't tell, because it doesn't seem to be coming from as much a place as it's sort of emanating.
We didn't have much chance to talk to the Banshee, did we?
No,
there's really no opportunity.
No. Let's just say your momentary interactions with her have been quick.
Should we follow the sound or keep going where we were planning on going?
Yeah, I tell the rest of the party what I'm hearing.
All right. Druger's like, well, is looking at you like there. Well, he can't see you anymore, but he's looking at the rest of the party. And he's like, I'll be glad when I'm back outside with my feet on proper ground. I can't believe a dwarf is saying he's not liking being underground, but this place is giving me the willies.
So what I'm wondering is, do you guys think we should follow the sound or should we disregard it?
If you keep moving your character, Ruger, I'm going to take your movement away from you.
Should we follow the sound or should we keep going at our originally intended trajectory?
I think we should follow the sound, or isn't that the same direction we were headed in?
Well, you are, as I said before, you are kind of at ground central. It was, when you were following the direction, you're pretty much in the vicinity of where you expected to find this thing you were looking for. This ring that you had hit you with your locate object spell. So physically, it should be in this location somewhere. If it is, in fact, still in this location.
Well, we've still got a room of zombies next door, probably. Might be in there. And we've got the what you call it? The door at the end of the hallway on the left that leads to like a balcony. We could check those out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ninako, that room, when Elrin was fighting, that's where Cauldron discovered the bathrooms, and where she dove in for to make sure that room wasn't trapped when you guys were fighting the Banshee.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yes.
So we've already been there.
That's the excuse she's using, and she's sticking with it.
Yeah, I think maybe starting with investigating the crying, and then we can kind of, maybe that's an important piece of information. Whoever is crying might be able to, I figure they've been down here for a while.
That is correct. Yeah, it could very well be, and, makes logical sense. So, yeah.
Should we follow the crying?
Oh, way ahead of you. I'm all for it.
Let's go for it.
Cool.
All right. So, everybody move your tokens into the hallway. Damien, are you playing on a PC today? Can you actually move your own token around?
I can move my own PC today.
You can move your own PC, or are you playing on your own PC?
I can play on my own PC.
Okay, gotcha. All right, awesome. So I just moved you into the hallway. Sorry about that. I will let you move your own. This is a joy. The only character I need to move is the only one I'm supposed to, which is Druger, who's going to come up and take his position next to his combatant in arms, which is Ruger. Ruger and Druger, who are not brothers, but they have essentially the same name. So I assume you're going to put Cauldron, your stealth meister, in the front.
I can get out of this room.
You hung up on the wall. I will get you out the door. There
Maybe.
You are. Ding. There you go. And I will put Elrin and Angelina in the rear, where they are typically of the most use and most commonly located. So, Cauldron, can you move yourself around, or you still having problems?
Am I not in this hallway for you?
You are in the hallway. I just want to make sure
in the front.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, as you guys are in the hallway, all of you can hear the crying now. It's very soft, and it's very echoey. But it appears to be coming, like, literally through the stone. As if the walls themselves are crying.
So I can't tell where it's coming from, or
well,
is it...
as you start walking down the hallway, you notice that it was starting to get a little louder. And as you crossed to the other side of the hall, obviously not wanting to stand in the disemboweled body of the former ghoul that lays in the middle of the hall, you notice it got a little quieter.
So it's in one of the doors.
On the lower side of us.
Okay.
Southern.
So the one that we haven't gone through yet.
So, how about we catch up to Cauldron and see what's behind that door?
Or maybe, Elrin, do you want to listen in on the door to make sure that it's the right one?
All right. So, as you listen to the door, as you step into the door the walls carry the sound.
Oh, good.
You clearly are getting closer to it. It is getting louder, but it's not like it's really coming from through the door as much as it is part of the wall, the door, everything. It's almost like a tuning fork carrying the resonance wave. And I need everyone to please make a wisdom check. You need to roll above a 14.
Wisdom check or wisdom save?
Wisdom,
I know that's better for some people.
Wisdom save. I'm sorry. Wisdom save. Okay. Angelina, you are fine. Ruger, you are fine. Elrin, not so much. Cauldron, you are fine. Damien, could you please give me a wisdom check roll? A wisdom save, please.
Okay, hold on. It's been a while. How do I check my wisdom again?
Double click your character.
Go to attributes.
And then click on wisdom.
It's on the left side.
Make sure it's saving throw.
Yep. And then choose saving throw.
His cursor like beep bopping around.
Yeah, I know. I see that. He's clearly lost. So click on attributes, and you'll see you've got a score for wisdom, right? It says wisdom 14. Click on the word.
Actually, when I brought it down to the smaller monitor, I could see everything better. For some reason, when I was on my TV, I couldn't see the wisdom and all that.
Oh yeah, that's a little hard to read on a TV screen. So click on wisdom, and then choose the option for saving throw. Dude, do you see the word wisdom?
I'm asking normal or disadvantage now.
Normal.
Normal.
Sorry, we didn't hear you. Your audio dropped out. Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Okay. So
Nice dice.
So Damien and everyone is feeling a little. You could feel some sort of energy emanating from the crying. But Damien and Elrin in particular, you start becoming very sad and you start finding yourselves crying. You start weeping. Tears start coming to your eyes uncontrollably. You're not sobbing. You're not inconsolable. But you suddenly both feel incredibly sad. And you feel an incredible sense... You feel an incredible sense of loss. And you don't know why. But you're clearly... there's something happening to you, and you're feeling this kind of drain on your energy, but not like a life force energy. You just feel like you want to just sit down in the corner and just, cry yourself stupid. And that's kind of what you guys are feeling at the moment.
Feeling that maybe the lady is behind that door.
Now, Cauldron, you notice that the door is locked, as have most of the doors on this floor been. Would you please go ahead and give me a thieves check?
Yep.
Would I be able to put a shield of faith or something around some of us?
Shield of Faith? Yes. Do you have that spell ready?
Oh, I only can do it on one creature.
Correct. So the question is who would you cast Shield of Faith on?
I mean, I would have to choose between Damien and Elrin, and okay, then everyone's fine.
All right. Okay.
Maybe I'll. Okay.
We're not like incapacitated right now.
No. You're not. Like I said, they're not inconsolable, but you look
I'm
over.
I'm just afraid that whatever is behind that door might make it worse.
Some of us still have 8 on, I think.
Yes, and you do. You will have 8 on until for the next 8, several hours. That's an 8-hour spell.
Oh, okay. All right.
And you see that Elrin is concentrating because she has Spirit Guardian floating about her right now.
Gotcha.
All right. So your roll, Cauldron. The door
Yes.
lock, not overly complicated. Pretty easy for you to pick. The door is now unlocked, but the door is still closed.
Didn't we spike this door?
Nope. You spiked the door one more down when you threw the ghouls back into that room.
Maybe this one. Or, I don't know.
No, that's the bathroom. You didn't bother spiking the bathroom. You might need it. Who knows?
Can we
spike the
close
first
ranks
door
and bring
that's on the
everybody
right.
up by the door?
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah, you guys spiked this door over here.
Yeah.
And you can still hear the moaning from the ghouls on the inside, by the way.
Okay, good. So
can the rest of the party come down the hall so that the Spirit Guardians can help us out if there's something behind the door?
Right. So Druger goes and takes his position on Cauldron's flank. We've got the two clerics in position. Damien, I think your normal position would be right about there. Do you want to drag your character over to that position, sir? Okay. All right. So anybody want to do anything else before the door is opened?
how long is there left on the Spirit Guardians?
That's a really good question. It's good for about 100 turns. It runs for roughly 10 minutes. It's been running for probably about half of that, so it's probably good for about another 5. I'm being generous.
Okay. Wait, 5 minutes?
It's got about another 5 minutes left in it.
All right, let's get this going, guys.
Okay.
By the way, I'm being very generous with that estimate, but yes.
Okay.
All right. So Cauldron opens the door. And those of you that have line of sight on the door, you notice that there is this blue light, this ethereal light emanating inside of the room, but not coming out through the door. Oddly enough, it seems to be stopping right at the door jamb. Cauldron, you're the one with the clearest view. You're inside of the little recess where the door wall is. And what you see when you look in, compared to the rest of the the facility you've been in. The accoutrements in this room, the furniture, the rugs, the drapes, the paintings on the wall, are all still in relatively good shape. They're obviously old, they're quite ancient, but they're not decayed, they're not torn, they're not ripped. But the bed itself is black with dried blood. The headboard is splashed with it. The bed sheets are quite literally coated with it. Almost looks like it was tarred. And there's some small puddles on the lovely red carpeting on the ground. There's large puddles of this dried liquid there as well. And the bed sheets are shredded, as if they were taken to a knife or to an axe or a claw and literally ripped to pieces. The rest of the room, however, looks normal, and you can see it quite well in this blue light. But sitting on the bed with its back to you is the banshee you saw just a little while earlier on. She's not facing the doorway, and she has her head hung down, and she's got her hands, her hands together almost as if they're in prayer, and she's crying quietly and softly to herself. But even though it's quiet and soft, you can see it striking the walls in waves. Every time she sobs, it hits the walls like a ball of energy, and it echoes along like ripples in a pool.
I think I should go in first, along with one of the clerics and Druger.
All right. Druger's like, all right, man, you first. Oops. Let's reopen that door. There we go.
I think Elrin will go in because she has the...
Now, by the way, I'm going to let Elrin know. Elrin, do bear in mind that if you proceed to where the area effect of your spirit guardians would take effect, then that creature would start taking damage.
Wait, sorry, one more time?
Elrin does have Spirit Guardian cast, unless she specifically chooses not to target that creature. That creature would start taking damage from the Spirit Guardians.
Oh, okay.
In other words, unless she specifically says she does not want to target her, the second she steps in and she's inside the blast radius, you've now attacked her.
Okay, hold on. Let's figure this out then. Elrin? Sorry, uno momento.
So have Elrin stay where she is, and the rest of us will stay within that sphere, but try talking to the banshee first.
Okay, yeah.
So maybe have Angelina approach where I'm at.
Alrighty.
Alright, so Druger comes in to take his usual place, covering your 6. Angelina's steps in immediately behind you. And it looks like we've got Cauldron sitting to one side of the door. Damien, I think it would make sense to put you right there, at the very least, on the other side of the door jamb. So people could still run back out of the door if they had to. So Steve, Ruger, you've got the layout the way that you've got it. You guys start coming in, and she doesn't seem to change her demeanor. She doesn't do anything different. She doesn't even seem to acknowledge that you're there.
Alright. No. Oh. Ruger, you want to do anything?
Sure, I'll try talking to her. So I call out to her, and I say, I am Ruger. I'm a holy warrior. We're trying to close Wind Echo Cave before it's taken over by dragons. And we're looking for an item somewhere in this castle. Can you tell me your name?
as you start to speak to her, you just hear her softly say, "Go away."
Can you help us find a ring?
When you say ring, she turns around and looks at you, and you notice that her eyes are glowing red.
Oh.
You can't have it! They wanted it too! They killed me for it! You can't have it, it's all I have left!
Who killed you for it?
When you ask her that, she begins to sob heavier and harder, and she sits back down, settles back down on the bed, with her back to you again.
You have to understand, I know that you must have come across greedy people who were trying to steal your ring for power and for greed, but we are just trying to save Middle Earth. The fate of the cosmos relies on you giving us the key to saving Wave Echo Cave.
Wave Echo Cave. He only cared about that. He promised to protect us. Our daughter died, telling us she would be coming to protect us. But the cave meant more to him than his family. More than me. And now they're all dead. All dead. And she starts to cry and wail, only this time it's not quite the banshee's wail in terms of attack, but it's like the same kind of bone-chilling wail, but at about 1/20th of the type of power. And instead of inspiring fear, it makes all of you feel incredibly sad, and you can feel the pain coming off of this creature. And as she does, the intensity of the blue lights in the room becomes magnified. The walls, as she starts to howl, are lit up like by a thunderclap or a lightning bolt, and then begins to reduce back down again.
I squeeze around Elrin to get into the room.
We don't want Elrin to cover the Banshee and the what is it?
Yeah, I was just.
Yeah, so that's why Elrin's staying.
I was asking to move through your space.
Oh,
yeah. She couldn't move through. Yeah, she couldn't get past you.
Sorry.
So I put her in the room. There you go.
You must be the lady that we've heard about from those who have helped us come this far. We can assure you we're not here to hurt you or to steal from you. We are trying to prevent something. We've heard the lore of what happened the first time, and I can't imagine what you've endured, but we are trying to prevent something even worse from happening. Wave Echo Cave is something that the dragons and their cultists are trying to take over, and we're simply here to stop them from doing so and to protect this realm. And we need your help, and that requires your ring.
If you don't give...
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Eva.
If you don't give us your ring, then darker forces will be able to claim Wave Echo Cave.
As you both finish, she starts to rise up off of the bed, and the color of the light begins to change. From the soft pale blue, it becomes a bright orange to a dark red, and then it slams into the walls like waves of flame, echoing and hitting, and she begins to scream. Again, it's not the attack scream, only now it's not a wail of sorrow, it's a wail of rage and anger, and she starts to scream. You all begin to cover your ears because it's just the sheer volume is painful to you. And then she says, "The dragons, they did this. their hunger for power. They killed my children. They killed my husband. They killed us all. They brought us here. They tortured us, one by one, ripping us to shreds, making us tell them everything we knew. They wanted my ring, and I refused to give it to them. And she turns around and looks at the bed and places her hand in the middle of the bed. Here was my last place. This is my blood. I begged them for mercy, and they would refuse. And even after I had departed, my soul was bound to the room as I watched them rip me limb from limb and consume me. She looks over at you and says, "These beasts, they are back."
Yes, they are back, and we need to prevent them from getting what they want. And just as you were strong to refuse to give them your ring, it is the only key to make sure that they don't get what they want and take over.
She walks up closer to you and Cauldron.
Oh.
And she says, "My husband was weak, but yet, in his way, strong. I know his soul is still there. I know that my anger and the anger of my daughter bound him there. His soul is as dark as his armor. Promise me, if I help you, you must help him. Help him find rest."
We promise we will do everything that we can.
She kind of gives you all a once-over, looking at you. "A strange group of companions you are, but I sense that your hearts are pure. Very well." She reaches out her hand, and in her hand, the hands that she was clasping in front of her as she was praying, she holds a very simple band of gold that shows scuff marks, years of wear from having been worn. She places it in Angelina's hand, and she says, "Perhaps you will let me find rest now. No longer must I protect this. The last clue to finding the key. Place this atop the box, and you will find the last remnant of the key. Please, you must destroy the forge. It is nothing but evil. Anyone who comes into contact with it is eventually corrupted. It is too tempting for mortals. Too tempting indeed." And as
How
go ahead,
do
I'm
we
sorry.
destroy it?
You will know. You will know.
You have our word.
When the last key is gone, the forge will be neutralized. She starts to move further away from you, moving back across the room. And as she does so, her color begins to fade, becoming a light gray, and she starts to become more and more transparent, and as she does, the look of her visage as a woman starts to come through, more young looking, more beautiful. The banshee visage slowly melting away and her original form taking place. And she says, "You must go. They know you're here. They are coming. Quickly, before they find you. You are not the only ones that seek the ring. Farewell." And as she says that, she slowly fades out completely and vanishes in front of you. And with that, we are going to take a quick break.
Alrighty.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll come back in 5. Thank you very much.
Woo! See you soon.
I think I am going to cast Firebolt at one of the kobold thingies. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Sorry, I think DM's mic is getting a little...
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I had
There we go.
accidentally hit it while I was drinking and it hit the mute button. My apologies. So which one did you say you were targeting?
This one.
Gotcha. Okay. Let him have it. And it flies off into the background and misses. He laughs at you. With you missing. What would you like to do next, milady? Is that the end of your turn? Or are you going to use any of your other actions?
I just had a thought of how I could have done my turn better, but that's fine.
Okay.
I think I'll stay where I am.
Gotcha.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
Mr. Celestial, your natural enemy is at the other end of the room. One of your natural enemies. You do not like this thing at all.
Can you move me back to where I was supposed to start from?
Sorry. There you go. I can hear Lulu losing her mind in the background, by the way.
Yeah, she's in timeout and she's not liking it.
All right. So how would you like to play this, sir? You see that your team is now facing a considerable threat. These are quite powerful. Some of these creatures you've never seen before. And there is a fiend floating 10 feet off the air in front of you who is dedicated to a servant of one of your natural enemies. That's not metagaming at all, is it? Alrighty. I see you move in behind the white-scaled, shimmering, draconian type of creature that sees you approaching. And as you get closer to it, you can tell that it is not a draconian. You've seen draconians. This is clearly more lizard-like. Less humanoid, far more lizard-like.
Okay, well, I was going to do something magical, but
I think you said you're just going to whack him. Is that right?
Yes.
Gotcha. Cool. Let him have it.
I'll try the
He's trying Dragon Slayer, folks. The Dragon Slayer weapon.
Ooh.
Go ahead and do your attack.
inventory. It moved up and down the inventory and is not attacking.
I will take care of it. It because what I'm having it do now, Steve, is you have to go to the chat and then actually do the attack in the chat, because what I'd like you to do is put +1 in the situational bonus window. All right? There we go. I think we may have just had someone come in and do something on Switch. You managed to hit! And even though that was a paltry, pathetic roll, you still see the blade easily cut through the natural armor of this creature, and it sends out a howl. Please roll the click for damage. Click the versatile button, please. Here, I'll do it for you. All right? It's in the chat window.
It's telling me you must roll the attack before rolling the damage.
I'll take care of it for you then. All right? Rolling it. All right. Now, please roll 3d6 for me. That's roll 20, by the way. That does that. In the chat, in the roll window at the bottom of the chat window, you'll see there's the dice. There you go. Wow, that was a great roll. You do an additional 15 damage to him. He has now taken 21 points of damage, and he is not enjoying that at all. It's like, when did we lose control of this?
I'm going to hit him again, same way. Do I do the plus?
By all means. Yes, go ahead. Perfect, is that it is something that he is... clearly he is draconic of... Critical hit! So as you stab into him with a critical hit, please roll 3d6 for me as I roll your d10 slashing damage.
Do I press the critical button?
Actually, I was doing that on your blade, but you can just roll 3d6. We're going to double your damage on that one. (13 plus 22 is a lot. That is 34, and that is significantly more than this creature had. So this creature lets out with a blood-curdling scream as cold flames slowly starts to arise from its body as it sinks down into a puddle of red and white and black mush in the middle of the floor in front of you.
Well, that was fun, but kind of gross.
Yes. More fun for you than for him, let's be honest. The creature that you had shot your bolt of flame at, Cauldron, and missed.
Mm-hmm.
It's now his turn. And he targets the one that's already bleeding, which would be Damien. Using his great axe, he attacks. And gets a critical hit. And manages to hit for 17 points of damage, taking you down to 11 hit points. Damien is not doing well. He is quite bloodied at the moment. There goes the blades hacking into him. The other that is directly in front of Damien targets him, also using his great axe, attacking and strikes. His damage coming in. Fortunately, he does not land a solid blow, but it still draws blood anyways. And our good friend Damien is now looking extremely poorly. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the first round of combat. We are now in the second round of combat. Damien, are you there, sir?
Yeah, I'm thinking. Hold on. Who's still left? Seems like man.
Do you have any potions?
Okay, my Warcaster and my shield keeps coming up. This prompt keeps coming up. It seems like every time I get attacked, it
yes,
would come up.
Warcaster lets you know that anytime somebody moves, because you are a Warcaster, you can take an opportunity attack against them with a spell if they move during combat through your sphere of influence. That's not happening. It's just prompting you to let you know that. It's the shield being up there is just to let you know that you're taking damage, and shield is reducing some of that damage for you, but it's just not enough.
What? Is it for the shield spell which he has?
It's the shield
which
spell.
would mitigate.
Oh man, I wish I could show people what's going on my screen. Here.
Okay, hold on a second here.
I can actually. Hold on.
Yeah. So what it is?
Shields.
Sorry, not your damage, but your AC. Your armor class is much higher. These guys have just been rolling ridiculously well. I'm amazed. They've all been rolling like 19s and 20s against you.
I'm sorry, is he using his spell slots to cast shield? Because that's how you use it.
I mean, let me try showing my.
Yes.
Let me show my.
It's the only way it would have come out is if he actually cast it, because he said he cast that before he walked into the room. Yeah. We've got somebody inside of Twitch. Yes. Hey, Matthew Perkins! Holy smoke!
I thought shield only lasted a round.
Yep.
And you could only cast it when somebody attacked you.
Yeah, but I don't know if you can see, but that's what my. I don't know if anyone's looking at my my window right now, Dad, but that's these two are the windows that are popping up.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? You're right. It's done as a reaction. That's done as a reaction.
Gotcha. Okay. Alrighty, well, I'll end it. I'll end my thing then.
Well, here's the thing. Next time, that's right. You should have only cast it as a reaction as soon as you got attacked. We'll just use it that way for the next round. By the way, Eva, Matthew Perkins, Eva.
Hello?
Yeah, he's watching us on Twitch. Yes, you should have only cast it as a reaction to your first attack. Will not as a prep. We'll count it, which means that it's now gone at the end of this. It's now gone. It's not active this round. The effect has to be turned off. The automatic timing inside of Foundry should have taken care of that, and it didn't. I'm a little PO'd with that, but that's the way it goes. All right, so Damien, you've been bloodied, you've been beaten, you are now in dire straits. What are you going to do, my friend?
I'm gonna see if I got some potions.
Might be a good idea. Oh my gosh, he's raiding with a party of 9. Thanks for bringing the raid party.
Thank you.
Raid! Fucking raid!
Ugh. Okay.
Let's see. I got arrows, oil flash, pitons, rations. There we go.
Not rations. This is not Skyrim.
God damn it! I got no potions. I got pitons, not potions. I got a potion of invisibility.
Fortunately, the clerics are coming up soon, right?
Yeah.
We got like 6 other bad guys in between,
They're
but
like, can someone give me like some? I'm gonna run away for a second.
You can disengage. That's the action you want to take. It's called disengage, because you run away, you open yourself up to opportunity attacks.
yeah, from the back.
Well, that's right. Well,
So,
wait. I don't even have my green flame going on anymore, do I?
that you could do that with your next round. It's not a problem. It's a cantrip. But you're saying you want to disengage. You can disengage. You just move back, and we'll say that you're disengaging. So you're doing essentially a tactical retreat. So you're not going to get attacked in an opportunity attack while you're doing so. All right.
I lost.
Okay. So how far back are you going to go here?
I'm gonna go to the. I'm gonna get behind Ava. Actually, I think Ava's cursor.
Eva?
I'm gonna get behind Ava's cursor. We're over by. I guess this is Cauldron. I think.
Yes, that's called.
Yes.
Yes. How long have you been playing this game?
Where? What are you?
How long
It's
have
okay.
I been with you?
I don't know.
Ava's cursor is floating above us, so it just looks like the cursor's name. It looks like the token's name is Ava. That's all.
I see. Gotcha. And by the way, her name's Eva.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I've been watching too much Evangelion.
Okay. The creature that is floating about the room has detected the presence of one of its natural enemies and flies over, seeing Ruger. It looks deeply incensed as it looks at you, and it basically says, "You shall die at my hand for the glory of my master," and targets you. Swooping down from the sky, it attacks.
Do I get an opportunity attack for that?
No, it's approaching you. It's not flying past you. It's not flying away. It's flying up to you to attack.
Just checking.
Okay. It decides to use its bastard sword against you. It comes down from the sky, swinging the sword with both hands, and misses, slamming into the stone right next to you.
Not today, bastard.
But as it does, it swings up and tries to strike at you with its other hand, with one of its clawed hands. And by the way, this is what he's also doing at the same time. This is a reckless attack as he swings with his claws at you.
Abishai. I would talk to you.
And also misses with his attack with his claws. And that is the end of his turn.
So is he on the ground now?
Yes. Let me change his ground to being there, and he is no longer flying.
Cleric! Instead of medic.
Exactly. That is the cry of many a man when they come into battle. He is now on the ground in front of you. The creature that is over here in this corner takes a step towards Ruger. Durger. Even I get them confused.
It's really similar.
Yes. And strikes at him with his javelin. Oh, critical miss.
Does he hit his friend, maybe?
Nope, clean miss, no additional penalties.
Dang it.
In his second attack, also misses. Ruger. He was targeting Ruger. Sorry about that. That's all right. He was supposed to have been targeting Druger. That's all right.
It's okay. He missed anyways.
He missed anyways. We're going to call that a miss. Druger, however, it's now his turn. And he tends to take it personally when people try to attack him. So, alright, I'm gonna go and smack you in the next Tuesday. Not that anybody in this world knows what Tuesday is. So he attacks with Hugh.
Hugh,
And he hits.
Oh, okay, good.
Striking with his damage. He does 10 vicious points of damage across the critter's chest. You see blood starting to spurt out on its chest as he strikes it. With his second attack. Oh no, critical miss. He sustains an injury. His awkward attack causes him to lose his footing, slips, and goes directly into the splits. You did not know Druger could hit notes that high. He must go and use a DC check 14 to avoid injury, and he could be incapacitated for as much as 4 rounds. So here we are.
Oh, man.
So, all right, here we go.
come on, Druger. You got it, baby. Ah!
And he rolls a 13. No, he is down, doing damage.
No!
Just by 1 point, dude.
He takes 8 points of damage, taking him down. But the bigger question is how long is he incapacitated in that disadvantage? 1 round.
Okay.
Yeah, Elred, you might want to get over there and like thunderwave the other side of the room.
That is exactly. You saw me with that ruler, didn't you? It's on my. I'm on it.
Our poor Druger.
Druger's already on the floor. He's not going to be hurt again.
And quite frankly, if there had been any bats or dogs in the room, they'd all be doing probably a check against that note that he just hit as he hit the ground doing the splits. Elrin,
He's making
turn.
my dog bark.
All right. You heal Damien. I know. I will heal Damien. Okay. I am going to use the circlet or the scroll. Hold on. I can't remember what it's called.
The circlet of Thunderwave.
Thunderstrike. Yes.
Thunderstrike. Sorry, circlet of Thunderstrike. Yes.
Then that's the one where I can throw the spell.
That is correct. You can do that at range, but you need to be careful where you place it.
Yes,
so
I
make
know.
sure you.
So I'm placing it on the other side of this door. Is that okay?
Why?
Because then there in my 30-foot radius.
You can
Wait,
cast it.
Diameter.
Yes, you can cast it within 30 feet. Let me reread it. Maybe I misunderstood that spell.
Sorry, hold on. Anywhere within a 90-foot radius, and I try to remember what the radius is.
Okay. So if it's a 30-foot...
Provided the wearer can see the point on the ground where the spell will emanate. And then...
Okay.
At a range of up to 90 feet. But does that mean 90 feet?
No, you can cast it up to a distance of 90 feet, is what it's
No,
saying.
it also says... While wearing it, the wearer can use an action to expend 1 or more of its charges to cast the Thunderwave spell. Oh, at a range of up to 90 feet.
The Thunderwave spell has a range of 15 feet.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Cubed.
Yes. So when you cast the spell, it should ask you to place a template onto the map so we know exactly where you're putting it. So just make sure you do that. So cast the spell.
All right.
From the device, from the item.
Do I have to target myself or no?
No, you want to target the ones you want to hit.
Hold on 1 second, sorry. You must hold on, sorry. 1 second, hold on. Sorry.
Right, so let me help you.
No, she's got it. I think I got it.
Okay, because I was going to say the template is right. Okay, there you go. You targeted those guys. You just struck them with your thunder strike. All right, perfect. Excellent. That's exactly what I wanted you to do. So I'm really impressed that you actually pulled that off without any help. Great. So they do need to do saving throws to see whether or not they are able to withstand that or not. So let me take care of that for you. All right. So first of all, let's find out whether or not this rather large guy that was flying in the air, whether or not he is able to do it or not. He throws his Constitution saving throw. And fails. So he does take damage. And the seriously, he should have. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. This guy in the front also fails. It's the clerics, man. I don't know what to tell you. Their gods are definitely on their side. This one does make his saving throw, and this creature in the back, this rather big, hefty bad boy here, he's looking very aggressive, but let's see whether or not he actually passes his saving throw. And he does not. Okay, all right, so please go ahead and roll the damage. That is going to be 2d8.
I always have to do it like this and then propose it.
Two of them.
I did.
Oh. That wasn't...
All right, so you did 6 points of damage. And so this character here takes the full 6.
Abishai is dead now, right?
He is not. Oh, he's not. You get that he's not happy, but you also get that probably didn't make a big dent.
Wow. Okay.
You also noticed with respect to that he barely even noticed that you struck him, quite frankly.
What?
Yeah. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. So there you go. So, but the other characters here are still alive and kicking that are in front of you. But all of everything that is hit must make they didn't make their saving throw, or else they get pushed 10 feet, and there is a wall directly behind him. So he is going to take another 1d8 from the wall. So slamming into the wall does another 4 points of damage to him because he had no place to go. This one and this one are pushed back 10 feet. More like this because of the angle you're at. He couldn't get pushed back. He slams into the wall. This guy made a saving throw, so he's not moving. All right, Angelina.
All right, Damien, get the fuck over here. Let me... Okay.
He can't move.
I know, I'm targeting
He went
him.
to go hide behind the thief instead of stopping at the cleric.
Yeah, well, I'm not going over to him either. I'll do it from a distance.
Okay. What are you casting?
I will be casting, if I'm not mistaken, healing word is more stronger than cure wounds, right?
No, it's not.
Not really.
But
the other way around?
Yeah, but you can cast that as a bonus action, which means you can cast that at any time. So, but go ahead. You can do that 60 feet. Go for it. Target him and let it fly. You get certain natural bonuses for any of your healing because your stats are so good. You are the uber healer, and that's reflected partly because of the school of clericism that you belong to.
Wait, okay, it's saying that cure wounds I have to touch them.
Yes. So you need to go move down to him and then do that. There's no one around that you have to worry about anything like an opportunity attack. No one was in proximity to you, but go ahead.
Alrighty. I rolled it. Did it not?
Click the healing button in the
sorry.
the chat window.
Yep, sorry.
There we go. The wonderful healing aura hits for 15 points on our good friend, who is now doing. You did 9 points, which has brought him up significantly, but he's still really, really hurt.
Yep.
All right. I believe that is it for you then.
Yeah. I mean, do I have am I able to hand him a potion or anything? Or did I already use my?
Well, as an interaction, you could hand it to him. Sure, I'll let that happen.
All right, I hand him one of my healing potions just in case.
All right, I'll go and put that into his inventory.
Thank you.
You have several. The ones you normally seem to keep on your belt are the regular ones, so I will put one of those into his inventory.
You.
All right, Damien, if you'd be so kind, sir, please take your potion.
Well, he doesn't.
Well, he
have
can't.
To take it.
He can't take it yet. Anyway, so that's fine. You have to wait till his turn. Cauldron.
I am going to go up here. That's the ruler tool, not the movement.
I do that all the time. I understand. I sympathize.
I'm going to use. Actually, no, I can't do that. I'll just attack twice, but I don't believe I sneak attack.
Okay. Ooh, nice strike. Soft and velvety through the ribs into the soft, chewy bits underneath. Go ahead and roll your damage, please.
Oh, nice. I can remove sneak attack.
Oh, okay, good. By the way, I worked on that. I'm glad you're seeing that now, because I was trying to figure out how to stop it. Excellent. Oh, very good, solid strike with the dagger. As I said before, into the crunchy bits inside. And our character. Go ahead.
And then, as a bonus action, stab with my rapier.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you hit. It's that wonderful dexterity of yours that gives you the versatility on that attack. Go ahead and roll your damage, please.
Here we go.
Ooh, only a 1, but still, we'll take what we can get.
Still 4 points, right?
Yes. This gentleman in front of you is now looking, as they say in the old school ways, he is looking very bloodied. Alrighty.
That's old school.
That is old school. Ruger. Sir.
So I have a question for the DM. Once he's hit with the planar lightning, doesn't he glow and we get advantage on the next attack roll? And was that the attack roll of the thunder wave, or is that my attack roll?
That would have been thunder wave, and in that wave struck. Yes, it's only for the next attack. It's not for the next round. It's only for the next attack. So that's correct. So yes, I was all ready to go.
Thunder wave.
Thunder strike.
What?
Thunder strike.
Sorry. Is that just a save, or is there an attack roll involved? Because
it was just
things are usually one to the other.
Yeah, that's right. That was just. Oh yeah. So guess what? Yes, we will say that he is still glowing, and that good call. That's right. That would still have him glowing. So let me give him the peach glow, so that you know that he's glowing. As is this one. As is this one. And that one managed to save, so he was not glowing.
Right.
But yes, you have advantage on this attack, sir. Silver longsword attacking. And you managed to hit, sir. Please use
So-
your versatile damage.
Do I activate the Divine Smite now, or?
Yes,
You
if you would
could.
like. Very much so.
Do I do it before or after the versatile damage?
It's up to you.
I can't access my player page. It went away.
Do you want me to do it for you? There you go. Divine Smite is now up. Let's go ahead and roll your versatile damage first, and then from your blade. All right, and you do 7 points of slashing damage. Now roll your Divine Smite. This is a fiend, remember.
Right. And how do I make it second level?
When you cast it should ask you at what level you're casting it at.
Oh, it didn't ask me anything. It just brought up the page. So I do damage or versatile?
Well, you tell me. So hold on. We'll do the damage as versatile, but it depends on what type of slot you're going to expend in order to use this.
Second level spell slot.
Got it. Okay, so
4 to 8.
Gotcha. Okay, so it's going to be 3d8.
Really? 2 for first level, +1 for second level, then +1 fiend. So 4
Four.
total.
Oh, 4. Right. Yes. Sorry, I forgot the fiend thing. I just reminded him of it too.
Oh, nice.
Why did it roll 5?
Oh.
I selected 4.
I don't know why I gave you 5, but that's fine. We won't quibble. So you did 24 points of damage to him. We'll take that off. All right, so that takes us down there. He's now looking good, and he's starting to actually show signs of. You see blood covering the white tunic in front of him, and he's starting to look as if he might be actually suffering from all of the repeated blows and damage that he has been taking.
Wait, is the Divine Smite the second attack then for the turn?
No. Divine Smite is part of the first attack.
Free thing.
That's a free one. You can add that to the end of your attack. It just costs you a spell slot. So you still have your second attack. Your extra attack, sorry. And if you want to... If you don't know if you have Action Surge left or not, I don't remember if you use that. Technically, you can get...
I just have an extra attack. I don't have Action Surge.
Okay.
That's a fighter-only thing, I think.
Okay, I keep selecting the attack from the Dragon Slayer Longsword and nothing happens.
All right, let me do it for you. And unfortunately, I don't roll as well as you do. And he missed.
Okay.
No.
All right. The buzzing orc bold. What would he do? Well, he's not going to run away because he's got someone next to him. So he will target the one creature that he gets who's kind of defenseless at the moment. Poor Druger, as he lies on the floor, nursing an injured groin. And he swings at him with his great axe. And he misses.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I just don't.
You're not rolling for me anymore, DM.
I know. Today is not the DM's rolling day, but you know, it's not like this is a contest. It's not like I'm trying to kill you guys or anything. That's not what we're trying to do. But that's what I'm trying to do.
It doesn't feel that way at all.
Not at all. But Druger is going to get shot at by this character who has been pushed back. He shoots with his light crossbow. And he misses even with... I can't roll today. Alright, there's just some days. And we believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, we are now on the 3rd round of combat.
Wow.
Let's make it the final one.
Heal.
Alright, drink your potion,
let
sir.
me target myself. When I drink a potion, I target myself. Can't help it.
I hope this potion does some good healing.
Do I click healing now?
Yes.
Normal.
Nice. You managed to heal yourself for 9 points of damage. And you're
almost
not...
back.
Yeah, you're almost to half your original hit points. So
that's not bad at all.
You're
Better
feeling stronger every day. All right, that was your action. Do you want to use action surge to do something else, or are you good there?
You know what? Let's see where I'm at. Where am I? Oh, I will run up to... Guess I'll run up to this folk right. This fella right
well,
here.
Okay.
I'm gonna crawl on the side though. Is there? I'm trying to think. How long is the distance between here and? Am I able to make that run?
You can move 30 feet.
Am I allowed to stand there? Technically speaking, that's a body.
Correct.
Can I stand body to attack?
Well, there's... Okay, hold on. Is that creature there dead? He's not, is he?
Yeah. No, this creature has a skull on it. I'm assuming he's dead.
Are they both dead? Okay. All right.
I mean, the one next to it isn't. That's what I was going to do. I was going to run up next to it and attack it. But still keeping myself some distance between that and the emissary.
Okay. Hold on something here real quick. I need to check something out. Yeah, there's two creatures there. The one that's dead...
Got it. Okay.
I'll move him back so you're clear. And then there's that guy. Okay.
Okay, got it.
Still there.
Okay. That makes a little bit more sense. Okay, well, if I went from here to... Oh, I can still make that run. I'll attack the... Okay, I'm gonna make that. Oh, sorry, I forgot the ladder. There. And then I am going to attack this gentleman here with my sword.
Did you just target yourself?
No, I targeted the other gentleman, I
Okay,
believe.
just check. Just checking.
And then I'm going to...
Okay, press the attack button. And you hit.
Nice.
All right. Roll your attack damage. Use versatile, please. And you hit for 9 points of damage.
Beautiful.
Yes. This character is starting to look much more bloody as the moments go on. All right. Your second attack, sir? No, second attack? Yeah, extra attack.
And that's you, I think.
Yes, Damien.
Oh shit, did I miss something?
Yes, you have a second attack.
Oh shoot. Oh, wait, didn't I already use my action to heal myself?
Yeah, that's okay. That's correct. So, that's true.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Moving back over to the folks that are not dead. This character here, the orc bold that is sitting in the back of the room. Let's see. He is going to... It is now a new turn. Druger will be not incapacitated when we get to his turn. He doesn't have line of sight on Damien, but he does have line of sight on Druger.
Hold on, I'm gonna be AFK for a second.
Okay. And
he hits good. Oh boy. Oh no!
Hits for 9 points of damage. And Damien's back in the hurt again.
No, I thought it was on Druger.
No, he couldn't get to Druger, so he did it on Damien.
Oh god, okay.
So Damien's back in the hurt again.
I swear to God. My God.
Hold on, he's not done.
Oh, good.
And he uses his dagger. And he strikes with his dagger for another 5 points of damage. Yep, that's right. Okay. There we go. So Damien...
Doesn't Damien have like a longbow or something?
He does. And ranged spells, for that matter, too.
Yeah, we might suggest that.
Yes.
It's alright, Druger will be up soon. Abishai.
Yes. So, having taken damage from you last round, the Abishai targets you and attempts to bite. This huge beak in front of this beast pops open and he attacks.
Boundaries. Where are the boundaries?
Yes.
Abishai.
And he misses.
He does?
Yes,
okay.
he does. So he then tries his bastard sword. And he just barely makes contact.
Barely. Oh, but for a lot of damage.
And he does 10 points of damage to you, Ruger. Ruger, is that shield you're running, or is that Shield of Faith?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, it says his armor class is 23.
Yeah. Oh, so that wouldn't have hit. Let me give you that back to you then. I thought that was something else. I thought that was Bless. It's the same icon in my screen. Okay.
Do I need to roll like a concentration?
Well, no, because it didn't hit,
didn't
right?
take the damage.
Didn't hit you. You didn't get hit.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, because it wouldn't have hit you because you had the AC boost. All right. So he was not able to strike. The creature that is in front of Damien targets him.
He does.
And breathes out towards him. with noxious fumes. And as he does, you see this green noxious gas come pouring out of this creature's face as it goes and pours over our friend Damien. Damien must now make a saving throw. Damien.
I don't know. I don't think he's back yet.
He may be dead. But he makes his saving throw. Very, very fortunate. So as a result, I believe that in that one, that is a full save. If you save, you save. And he saves. So he is able to not take any damage from that. Which wouldn't have worked anyways, because Damien is actually immune, but he did not. This creature did not know that. So that not working, he decides to just put a big pointy sticky thing into you. So he attacks with his spear, and he misses.
Aha! Good try. Good try.
Druger is no longer in pain, lying on the floor with his legs sitting at a decidedly disturbing looking angle. He is now standing up, and standing up he is not happy, so he targets the creature immediately in front of him and decides to take a swing with his axe hew. And he hits. And it is a mighty blow indeed. 12 points of damage.
Glad he's back up.
Yes, I'm sure we all are, except for the Dreyok. I don't think he's really happy that he's there, but nonetheless, it does work. And his second attack comes in at the same creature. And this one also hits. And reduces the creature to death.
Yeah!
Yes. Yes. The creature is now dead. Dead ski. I'm trying to find his icon so I can do that. There we are. He's dead. Dun dun dun. Sad music playing. And Druger's like, "Oh, teaches you! My tender bits." All right, Elrin. Yep, it is your turn.
I think I'm gonna heal Damien.
Okay, he 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You could actually get over to him to try and actually physically touch him to heal him if you would like, without inviting an opportunity attack. That can be done. You could get to this location right here without inviting an opportunity attack.
Great.
All right. And here goes the spell. Press on the healing button and dun 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 dun. Nice boost of healing.
Literally nothing.
Yeah, but at least he's almost back into the 20s, which is definitely better than where he was, because he was looking pretty poor there. All right.
Pretty poor.
Yes, Angelina.
Well, I'm just gonna basically you know what? I'm actually gonna move over. I should heal. I should stop.
Do you have? Can you get all the way there though? That's the $64,000 question, right? Okay.
It's
all
25.
Right. Gotcha.
Okay. Let me target him. Okay. Alrighty.
So, do you guys charge Damien by the drink when you get back to the bar for all these heals you guys give him?
Should I cast this as a first level or a second level?
It's up to you. You tell me. It's more effective the higher level. But remember, the higher level slots you don't have as many of.
Right, and I only have 2 more slots anyways for second level, so I'm just gonna do first level.
You do get good bonuses, so you are of the order that is of divine, which is all about healing, so you do get a few pops on that. Go ahead and let it rip. Well, 8 is better than nothing. He's back into the 20s, almost to the 30s now. Cauldron. Now you're in an interesting position now, where some very nasty things you can do.
I am. Is this guy dead?
No. He is alive. He was glowing because of having been struck. You have advantage on your attack against him this round.
Okay, there's a skull that's like kind of floating over him. That's why I was curious.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. That skull is
Someone else is dead under him.
Yes, there's someone else dead under him, so I will click on him. That's the wrong. Let me bring him to the top. I can probably do it this way. There we go. No, it keeps doing it, so let me get that.
That's fine. I can just.
There we go.
Okay. I would like to cast Burning Hands on the group of people in front of me.
Nicely done. I think you can get all 3. Go ahead and drop your spell template. Let's see what you get. In fact, I don't even think you need to. No, that's pretty clear. You can get all 3.
How do
So target all 3 of them. You should be able to, I think if you shift, you get to do multiple targets. There you go. Yeah, you can get all 3 easy. There you go. All of them have been targeted. So all of them,
okay.
Well, they weren't, but I'll take care of that. Don't worry about it. We'll make that work. All of them can get their dexterity saving throw. So let's see how they do. The first one, not even close. The second one, which is the big guy, he makes his. And the third one makes his. Now, for the ones that made it, they only take half damage, so please roll 3d6.
Okay.
Okay.
No.
You notice that the guy in front of you, you're pretty sure he didn't take any damage. Or if he did, it was so small, you couldn't tell. The guy in the back kinda took damage, but he was already in such bad shape that it's kind of hard to tell. He was already pretty banged up. And this guy here, well, yeah, he made his saving throw, but it almost looks like nothing happened. Like the flame hit them and they were kind of like,
Well, that's my turn.
Ruger.
Good shot. NT.
All right, Ruger.
Yeah, we'll try it again. The same attack as last time.
All right, so you're going to go and target the guy in front of you. Yes. And you are going to attack with the dragon sword or your silver sword?
Silver sword. First.
Gotcha. Go ahead and get that silver sword attack in. All right. Click your attack. By the way, these guys that's the advantage was on the last turn, so these guys are no longer glowing. By the way. Oops. Yeah, you missed.
Try the extra attack, same way.
All right. All right. Your silver sword does hit this time. Please strike with versatile damage. Are you using Divine Smite?
Yes.
Can you do that more than once? Double check. Let me just double check it now. I think you can, can't you?
It uses up a spell slot each time.
Yep. As long as you got the spell slot. So, that was a very nice bit of damage that you just did, sir. Nice bit of damage. Now and go ahead and roll the Divine Smite. Oh my goodness gracious me. So now you just did another 9 points of damage to him. Now this character is really not looking good at all.
He's still alive?
He is still alive. And in fact, now he looks pissed off.
Okay.
He didn't look so good to begin with, so him pissed off must be really ugly.
Yes, he wasn't looking that attractive to start with. That is absolutely true. All right, so it is now. My goodness, where are we? It is now being the turn for our buzzing kobold, not kobold, orcbold. He's in very, very severe, dire straits. You see him whimper something under his breath, and in so doing, you see a very strange little smile come up on his face, and he lunges at Cauldron. Cauldron, you're fairly certain that this creature's eyes have gone absolutely bloodlusting thirsty. And he comes at you with his great axe. And he attacks with his first attack. And hold on, what is your AC? Your AC 16, isn't it? You used uncanny dodge. Yeah.
That just has the damage though.
Yes. So, rolling the damage. He only does.
My revenge for only doing 6 or 3 damage or less to him.
Exactly. So let's see here. How do I put this in? It is half damage.
Right.
Apply. You take a paltry, cheesy little 3 points of damage, but then he grabs you and bites. They took it away from me. Okay, we'll do it this way. I'll use his dagger to do that with, because the bite attack is not in the profile anymore. And he hits. And as he bites you, you feel a burning sensation, briefly, but it kind of feels good. And you take no damage. And as you take no damage, he suddenly gurgles and drops dead in front of you. The character in the back looks at all of you, screams something in a language you don't understand, takes his dagger and slices his own throat. And we're back to the top of the next round. Damien, your turn.
Well, after those two just did that, who's alive still?
The guy directly in front of you is alive, and this guy is alive.
Okay, how much hit points does this guy have? How much have we touched this guy at all over here?
But yeah, they've both been hit multiple times.
Okay, got it. I will attack this guy twice then.
All right, do your first attack. Oh, and you miss with your first attack.
Fine.
I've got 2 of them.
Your second one also misses. You're clearly weak from the loss of blood, and you haven't thought of what to do. And as a result, your attacks were wasted. Are you going to do anything else, sir, or is that... Oops.
Well, I'm only allowed 2 attacks, right?
Unless you want to use action surge, which you can do.
I guess I could. I guess I can try surging.
That gives you 1 more attack.
Hold on, let me go to actions. And where is action surge? Is it bone? Is it second?
Under features.
Oh, there we go. Use ability. And then I guess I will bonus action.
It's not a bonus action. It's an extra. You get to attack again.
And then I guess I'll just try Eldritch Blast at this point.
Okay. And you managed to hit him with your first beam. Please roll the damage.
Not bad.
All right, roll the damage.
Oh.
And that was a 10. That was a full-on blast, and he drops. He drops. Would you like to target a... You had 1 more beam left at...
I'll target the other guy.
All right, go ahead and target him.
Wait, did that other guy just die?
Yes, he did. I just haven't there.
Do I click attack again?
Yes. Unfortunately, that one misses horribly and goes way off awry and does absolutely no damage to the being in question.
But you gotta admit, though, that first one was pretty badass!
Yes, the second one, however, almost hit Ruger, but that's okay, it didn't. Alright. This creature then looks at everyone and goes, "We shall meet again!" And all of a sudden, a portal opens up behind him. He takes a step back into the portal, and then he and the portal vanish. Well,
there, I see him.
Yeah, I know he's not supposed to be there. But, go ahead, make a liar out of me. I said he was gone. He's gone.
Wait, I'm setting up the portal.
Yes.
Wait.
And they are both gone.
It's like the enemies during Power Rangers transformations.
True.
And the combat is now ceased. Ladies and gentlemen, you managed to survive a brutal combat, and you managed to survive very, very well. You must be very proud of yourselves. However, we are now at 5:30, and at the end of this combat is where we will close for today. Very well done, folks. I thought you were all goners. Damien, I'm still not sure if you're going to make it or not, but that's a different story.
I ain't got time to bleed.
You're bleeding a lot, actually. You must have a lot of time on your hands because you're bleeding a lot.
No, I'm like Jesse Ventura, man. Even though I'm bleeding,
Understood. Okay. All right. Well, Mr. Barney Badass, you might want to sit down and get some bandaging done because you are definitely in dire straits. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is where we're going to stop today. Thank you very much. It was a lot of fun. Really appreciated it. Sorry for my mistakes. I do sometimes get very wrapped up in the game, and I'm moving things around and trying to drop tiles and launch animations and move the music around. So I apologize for sometimes making mistakes. Thanks for keeping me on the straight and narrow. I try not to do too much of it, but it's hard. is as confusing as the interface is for you guys. I should show you what it looks like on my side of the screen sometime. It's pretty hilarious. All the things.
I bet.
It's like there's like 10 windows open and there's things flashing and it's like, what do I do? So it's in some respects running a physical game on a tabletop is so much easier than this. But this is so much more immersive, so I really enjoy this. But anyhow, again, thank you very, very much. I am going to leave the game up. I am hitting pause to stop the timing that is occurring against everybody's spells. So, for example, Steve, your spell still got a little bit of time left on it, so now we're preserving that time by leaving the game in the paused manner. The journals are still available, I believe. You guys should still be able to get to your journals. If you can't, after the last update, those were problematic for a while, and people could not get into them, but players should be able to create their own journals. Please feel free to go and add your own notes. I'll leave the game open so that you can do that. People like Damien, you guys are not used to being able to control your own character sheets. I'll leave them up so you can open them up, see where all the features are. There are different flavors of the character sheet that you can choose. They're available at the top of the drop-down list. For example, if I were to go and open up the character, in many cases you'll see a little option as to which type of character sheet you want to use. I know that Cauldron is more favorable to the tidy one, as am I, so I understand. So there's options there for you guys can go in, learn a little bit more about your spells if you're not sure, and you want to know more about, hey, I might want to change this spell out for that, and the other. Please feel free to go in, take a look at them, think about it, and the next time you guys get a long rest, you can potentially change those. The other thing I was going to mention is obviously I'll be posting up the Twitch stream. And once again, if you're listening to the recording, Matthew Perkins, thank you so much for coming in and watching and bringing the Raiders. I'm deeply touched, sir. I'm usually chatting with you at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning with me as I'm working on long hours for work. And it was just really funny and fun to see you on the Twitch stream. And I'm deeply touched from that. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Yes, and everybody else, guys, we had everybody here today. And as much as it sometimes got clumsy, I really appreciate you guys taking the time to come and play, because this makes my week. This is how I get through my week sometimes, is just the fun and games that we have with this thing here. So I know it's tough making it. I know it's a time commitment. And I know it can sometimes take you away from other things you want to do. But I really do appreciate everybody coming in and playing it. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. All right. Okay, guys.
Thanks, Sam. Thank you.
Thanks. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
We appreciate joining you, Dad.
All righty, guys. Take care.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Have a good week, everybody.
You
You
too.
too.